Hi, my name is Mary Isaac. I was actually born and raised in Minnesota. My parents immigrated from Egypt many years ago, so I was a first-generation college student. I went to the University of Minnesota for undergrad and for dental school, which I really loved. It was a great campus and awesome school. So I spent 8 years of my life there, was really familiar with all the ins and outs of the school. Then I eventually met my husband and moved to Pennsylvania. So that's where I'm at now. Now I live in Pennsylvania. I am a practicing general dentist at a private practice in the Philly suburbs. I work during the week and have a really good work-life balance, which I think is extremely important. And I have a lot of great people around me that have helped me throughout my career to get to the place that I'm at right now. But I've definitely worked in my fair share of offices, and I've experienced a lot of different environments and learned from every one of those experiences, but I'm really happy with where I'm at now. I started out kind of in a few leadership roles early on. So in undergrad, I was part of the pre-dental board for our club. I kind of organized leaders and speakers to come talk to us. When I entered dental school, I became involved in other leadership activities. So I was one of the committee chairs for the American Student Dental Association, or ASDA, which is like the biggest student group for dental students. I was also one of the co-leaders with my friend for the Christian Medical and Dental Association, or CMDA. We basically organized Bible studies and events for the group along with the medical students at the school. So I found those to be really fulfilling activities for me and a really good change from the day-to-day of dental school. In my last year of dental school, I served as a student ambassador. So I was one of about 15 kids in my class that helped organize interviews for pre-dental students applying to dental school. We'd give them tours of the school, ask them questions, and kind of do somewhat of an interview for them and give feedback to the admissions committee about them. I loved that because it was cool to see the beginning where I came from, and then I was nearing the end of school and had those experiences that I could share. In my last year of school, I also received an award for my service to underserved populations. So that was very exciting and unexpected. Honestly, the key to success, in my opinion, is just determination and perseverance. I think if you have those two qualities, you can get past any encounter, struggle, challenge that you might face. There's a lot of days in dental school where you're really tested kind of to your limit. Some days it feels like it's a little overwhelming, but if you're able to have a really strong work ethic, you can get through anything. I also think having a really good support system around you is very important, because there are going to be days where you just need to lean on someone, and that might be your classmates, that could be your family or friends, but that for me was really important for me to get through many parts of my life, but dental school in particular. So I think what's really unique about the way I do consulting is my experience is very personalized. I spend a lot of time getting to know you as an applicant and as a person before we really dive into essays and interviews and things like that. I think that if I'm able to understand who you are and your background, we're able to put together a lot stronger application and really highlight you as an applicant, because whatever schools you apply to, the admissions committee is reading thousands of applications, and I don't want you to be one in thousands where your application just looks the same as everyone else. I want to find things that are unique about you and set you apart as an applicant so that they read your essays and your resume and they're like wowed by you. So that is what I really focus on with consulting, is just figuring out how you're different from everyone else and using those strengths to make you a complete and really well-rounded applicant. Or one of my assets is that I'm really personable. I find that when people are easy to talk to, both on my end and your end, we're able to work together to accomplish our task and our goals, which are hopefully to get into dental school. So all of my students I've worked with have found that I'm really easy to talk to, there for them at any time of the day. I really try my best to make myself available to people, and I want to really be a mentor to you. I'd say the part of consulting that is my greatest strength is with interview prep. To me, that was one of the most enjoyable experiences applying to dental school, was just sitting in the room with the interview, which sounds kind of weird, but for me, I'm all about, connecting with people, and I want to make sure that that's where you excel too, not just with your essays, but when they meet you in person, it should be the thing to solidify your acceptance. My passion for it just comes from my experience, which when I applied, I really didn't have anyone to help me out. I had my support system, which was my family, but they weren't familiar with, what it's like to apply to dental school or what it's like to attend professional school. So for me, I'm doing this because I want to be a mentor to you. I want to be able to be that person you can ask for help throughout the process and just kind of be a shoulder to lean on, because that's really important in your career as a whole, and that really starts before you've even entered professional school. So my goal as a counselor, and the reason I really love doing it, is I get to help you, and I get to see you from the beginning to hopefully the start of much more for your career later on. And for me, that's very fulfilling.